Make room. The video crew is going to come up, so I want you to know if you do ask me a question, you will be on video, and the next thing you know is you'll be on the blog. Superfood won't go bad after a year.
Okay.
It'll be good for years and years and years.
Okay.
But it just loses nutrition over time. But not that horribly. But I always like to use it up in 6 months. But the bars won't last that long because there's no preservatives. They're fresh.
For an earthquake kit, you should be thinking of formulas.
You know what's good?
For us.
All the liquid formulas,
Yeah.
the shelf life is 15 years.
But is there
maybe
enough
100
food in that?
No. So the liquid formulas are the medicine. So all the medicine formulas. The problem with food is it goes bad.
Right.
You know, so you're best off with just the dehydrated and dried food to find the good stuff that's organic in that.
And I have one more question. I drink superfood every morning just in water. Am I peeing that out?
No, not at all. No, that's great. That's fine.
Are you sure?
But if you want to, that's fine. But if you want to have a little more fun, just slowly add some of your favorite stuff. Like that, my drink out there, I can tell you what it is. It's 2 walnuts, 4 almonds, a teaspoon of sunflower seeds, chia seeds, flax seeds, 4 blueberries, 2 raspberries. The reason I know it is I make it every morning, but because I tend to have higher blood sugar and I don't want to develop adult onset diabetes, I keep my fruit juice only 2 ounces in my personal drink and my fruit minimalized. So adjust it to you, but it's so much fun to have a morning experience. And so move beyond water. But water's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
Still getting all the nutrients.
You know, you might have some great herbs going in my house, throw some mint in. I mean, I always play. My morning drink in the morning is always some kind of green slug.
It is amazing. I just want to make sure I wasn't peeing it out.
No.
Still getting all the nutrition in the tube.
Exactly. But that's why you have to keep taking it, because water-soluble vitamins, like vitamin C, you pee them out. So you just got to, you know, I have my superfood drink in the morning, and then usually I have a bar later on in the day. Eat good food, and you're all good.
I call it my cell buster.
What's that?
Superfood, the cell buster.
That's good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you. So start playing with the drink more.
Really? Okay, I have a Vitamix.
Vitamix is my tool. And I have had patients heal themselves of every disease known simply because I didn't heal them, and I don't know how to heal them, and mankind doesn't know how to heal them, but their body knows how to heal them. So that's the beauty of natural healing, is we don't have to be smart enough. We focus on the good to eliminate the bad.
What have you done with patients that had candida? What did you recommend?
Well, you know, it's hard to say simply because I found that the majority of, you know, I'll talk about that in a second, but in the 60s, everybody that came to see me had hypoglycemia. Well, they really didn't have it. It was just a name that everybody put on it. Then it was candida. Then it was something else. Now it's Lyme's disease. Everybody goes, I got Lyme disease. I go, you know how small a percentage of the people actually have Lyme disease? So most of the people that came to me that thought they had candida, you know, after candida, the doctor just says, well, it's all in your head, because nobody knows. But usually an overgrowth of candida is natural, that is supposed to be in our intestines, but when we're not healthy, it grows too much. An analogy would be cancer. A lot of people have said to me, why do I have cancer? And my question is always, well, why isn't your immune system working? Because all of us actually have cancer every day. Every day we have cells in our body that mutate, but we also have T cells that find them and kill them and eat them and make them go away. So the question with cancer is not why do you have it or what caused it, it's why isn't your immune system taking care of you? And it's always just an answer of the poisons are coming in faster than your immune system can deal with it, and therefore your cells start degenerating. So really the answer to cancer is about cleaning up your lifestyle, not consuming anything that's probably in the Dow 100 industrials, and creating a healthier life, going to Whole Foods more than a burger place, and then you don't get cancer. Candida overgrowth's kind of the same way. Garlic, of course, destroys Candida overgrowth and promotes a healthy intestinal flora, good regular bowel movements, and you know, but it's really about finding the lifestyle that makes your candida stay normal, and even including probiotics. And I love, I come from Germany, my parents, so my mother always chased all my friends away by having a cabbage rotting in water in the closet. But that's how the Germans did it, sauerkraut. The Koreans use kimchi, and those fermented vegetables really help reestablish our natural flora. Yes, ma'am.
On that subject, I know we're supposed to eat more veggies and raw food.
Yeah.
But in my family, whenever we consume more like raw food, we tend to get dizzy and the head feels funny.
Yeah.
And then I know somebody who's going through cancer right now.
Yeah.
And he's been juicing, doing the wheatgrass juicing, but he gets lots of indigestion. So we experience a lot of that.
You have to. This is why many people, Dr. McGregor said, take baby steps. Unfortunately, when we're hit with a terminal disease, we have to take the big steps and then just deal with it. We're going to, my patients threw up herbs, they had diarrhea. When you have a terminal disease, you have to go from 1 to 10 immediately. But normally in life, like if you're not used to raw foods, start with 10% and chew them really well and see which ones your body works better, and then just work up to 20. It's like kids in my clinic. Parents used to make them carrot juice and go here, and the kids would forget it. And I'm like, how about 90% apple and 10% carrot? Any kid will drink that. And then they start drinking that, and the next thing you know, you can do 20%. And the next thing it's 50-50 carrot. And the next thing they're drinking carrot. But it just, we need to take our time. We're all too intense on ourselves with creating a healthy lifestyle. Now, again, if someone's got a disease that they're supposed to be dead in a month or two, then we just got to go for it and ride the bumps on the way to health. Yes, sir.
Back in July, a close friend of mine started spiking fevers out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So I took her to UCLA Medical Center, and since July up until current, her average fever on the day is like 102.
Yeah.
And of course the doctors are, scratching their heads going, what the hell? We can't get down unless we douse you with steroids.
Yeah.
They think it's a disease called sarcoidosis or lupus. They're not sure.
Yeah.
And I know that to get healthy, we have to stimulate the immune system.
Yeah.
When I tell this to the doctors, they say, you don't understand. Her immune system is the enemy.
Is the enemy, yeah. And you hear that with all the autoimmune diseases.
Right.
But I've never found, and I always used echinacea and stimulating the immune system, because they think of everything in a chemistry way, but not in stimulating your body to produce more immune cells and more immune chemicals. And I never believe that the body's really out to get us. I think that happens when we have an unhealthy lifestyle. I think when you create the healthy lifestyle and you boost your immune system, I watch lupus and all the other autoimmune diseases just simply float away, disappear, and get over. And you also want to check infection, because the reason we get fevers is for our body to clean up garbage. It's called leukotaxis. For every degree of temperature rise in the human body, the speed at which the white blood cells can travel is double. So for 104-degree fever, your white blood cells are moving 64 times faster than normal. And that's because your body has an infection, a cold, a flu, or an infection. So do we want to reduce a fever? No. That's like the smoke alarm goes off in here and we go over and hit it with a hammer and keep talking. We should get out of the room. Listen to the alarm. A fever is telling you that you have an infection. So I would make sure she doesn't have an infection. And that really needs a whole lifestyle change, from food to movement to attitude and everything in between.
So even like your state of mind?
Yeah, because whenever you have what's called an incurable disease, which is any disease that a doctor says there's no cure for, like lupus, or they call it an autoimmune disease,
right,
or that could be cancer, arthritis, diabetes. Does anybody notice there's no cure for almost any major disease in America?
Yeah.
Insulin is no cure for diabetes. It makes your pancreas go to sleep even more. Your pancreas is never going to get better on insulin. So there's really no cures out there. That's why I call it disease management in America, or disease maintenance.
Right.
So we really have to look at, anytime a doctor says you have a disease we don't have a cure for, it's time to think about creating a whole new healthy lifestyle, really a broad spectrum program.